Ms. Rida Amhaz, the Senior Brand Manager and Campaign Lead at Puck.
Empowering women by giving up our shelf spaces in supermarkets for them to display their own handmade crafted moune. Basically, we got 6 wonderful women to not only share their recipes with us that were handed down, from one generation to the other.
All of these names, they're associated with great F&B restaurants.
For example, spinach fatayr with cream cheese inside, golden, crispy on the outside, so creamy on the inside. And Puck has been doing some work behind, our purpose, and our whole purpose is to support motherhood.
Where does Puck envision themselves in the future?
To serve our community with the best products that we have, with the highest quality, but as well launch initiatives such as Recipe for Change and Selfless Shelves to create that impact.
Welcome to GN Talks today. Today we're extremely excited about our guest because we're going to be talking about a very positive initiative that took place this Ramadan. When we're talking about an initiative, we're not talking about any brand. We're talking about Puck specifically. With the Recipe for Change program, Puck is bringing together 6 authentic home-cooked dishes from talented Lebanese moms to top Lebanese restaurants in the UAE and KSA. Notably, 50% of these sales from each order was donated to support the Lebanese families that were affected by the negative challenges that they have faced. Welcome me today with my amazing guest, Ms. Rida Amhaz, the Senior Brand Manager and Campaign Lead at Puck. How are you today, Rida?
Very good. How are you?
Great. We are so excited to have you with us on the show.
Thank you.
And to learn more about this very special initiative that Puck has done, and specifically with the launch of Recipe for Change. So can you share more details about it?
Of course. Recipe for Change was launched actually as a continuation of an initiative we've done last year called Selfless Shelves. And that initiative was all around empowering women by giving up our shelf spaces in supermarkets for them to display their own handmade crafted moune that they filled in our glass jars, and eventually bringing in a new streamline of income for them to support their families. And as well, in response to, as you said, the hardships that Lebanon went through last year, especially at the end.
Of course.
We thought Ramadan was the perfect time. The month of giving, the generosity of that month. We thought both combined, it was a no-brainer for Recipe for Change to come to life.
That's actually amazing. And honestly, I've heard a lot of positive feedback also from the Lebanese community and even from the community that are in Dubai, in Saudi. It's a wonderful thing to also give, especially during Ramadan. In what ways do you believe that the Recipe for Change celebrated the Lebanese cultural heritage while also promoting women's empowerment?
إيد بإيد بندعم بعض. وهالسنة عم ندعم بعض نحن وبوك، وصارت وصفتنا عم تتقدم بالمطاعم اللبنانية برات لبنان.
I mean, what we did in Recipe for Change is basically we got 6 wonderful women to not only share their recipes with us that were handed down, from one generation to the other, but as well their stories and the memories that come behind these recipes. And actually, some of these women never traveled or left Lebanon.
Oh, wow.
But her recipe did. And seeing that was really a moment of pride for them. And we brought these recipes, as you mentioned, to big restaurants here in UAE and KSA, such as Awani in KSA.
Wow. Okay.
We had Manarid Beirut, Ka'ak al-Manara, Habib Beirut, Abdel Wahab, Karam Beirut. Yeah. We had really big Safadi.
Amazing.
Yes.
And all of these names, they're associated with great F&B restaurants.
Indeed. And I think the rationale behind, opening their kitchens to us, taking this initiative to a whole new level was amazing. And people got to try, the dishes, but also know the stories behind the hands that prepared them. Who are the women? Where did they come from? And, You know, in our culture, food is not just, you know, just a dish
100%, of
or a
course.
meal that you have. I mean, it's a mom's language. I mean, remember when we were young, you go to your mom and you tell her, my stomach hurts. She goes, I make you a soup.
Of course, and even for example, like you made your parents sad or something, they would come who give you like a meal as
Exactly.
a part of love.
Exactly.
No, خلاص. they're fine with you now.
That's the truth.
Exactly. So shout out to these amazing Lebanese women.
Yes, absolutely.
And we, of course, everyone is curious to know what were the delicious meals that they had prepared.
I mean, we had 6 authentic Lebanese dishes ranging from appetizers, main course, and desserts.
Okay.
We had, for example, spinach fatayr with cream cheese inside, golden,
Yum.
crispy on the outside, so creamy on the inside. We had mhalabiya, which was amazing. We had macarona bicrema, which I'm sure...
Yum. Everyone's favorite.
Exactly. And, you know, we had a dish called zinkul. And as a born and raised Lebanese, I've never heard of zinkul before.
Honestly, even as a Lebanese, I've never heard about zinkul.
Exactly.
Do you want to share with our viewers what exactly is it? Like, what does it contain?
So zinkul was Ibtihaj's dish. Ibtihaj is one of our 6 women. And it's basically, it's not a stew, it's kind of a ratatouille made of birghol, hummus. It's so garlicky and tangy and warm and heart-filling. It's delicious. And by the way, it was our top-selling dish.
Really?
Yes.
Ghida, you are making us hungry now. Let's talk a little bit about the challenges that the Lebanese have faced. Is there any special moment that you would like to highlight during this campaign that was done?
I mean, Lebanon has been through so much, and
I agree.
not only Lebanon. Unfortunately, a lot of countries in our region has faced instability for the longest time, with economic collapses, the loss of security and stability. What this celebrated, and why Recipe for Change is so important, is that it was a tribute to the unsung heroes that stayed in the country, that kept on cooking for her family, her community. Even, you know, when she was displaced, they kept that smile on their faces. And the spark, I think, for me when developing this initiative was seeing that resilience in their eyes. I cannot tell you. It was, there's so much hope and there's so much love in there.
Wow.
That was just really, really heartwarming. And I think a proud moment for me was seeing the orders keep coming in, seeing people engage so much with the program, even non-Lebanese. I mean, and the love for Lebanese cuisine that transcended any nationality was really just wonderful to see.
Amazing. And you know, the beautiful thing about Lebanese, not because I'm a Lebanese and because you're a Lebanese, but we are very strong people. And no matter what we go through, we always manage to stand up on our feet and put a smile on our faces and others. And I feel this is what also makes us a very special community.
Very true. I mean, I remember one of the ladies, her name was Ferial, and she shared with us her recipe of kibbit batata with cheese inside. And she was talking about how cooking with her bare hands is, gives a better taste and so on. And the way she described cooking, she was a hopeless romantic.
Wow.
And it gives you goosebumps to see that even really in the toughest times, they never lost that shimmering spark.
And I believe this is also a part of a women's empowerment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that these women were the ones that created this amazing impact. Of course,
Yes.
Puck also gave them this opportunity to also showcase the love, the talent, and the dishes as well.
Definitely.
So tell us more about your approach on women's empowerment from the brand's perspective, from Puck's perspective.
I mean, Puck has been doing some work behind, our purpose, and our whole purpose is to support motherhood and moms in their unique journey, not only in her unique journey, but as well in the society that she lives in. And this has been something that we're pushing after and really trying to bring to life and walk the talk, as they say. And this is just another manifestation of that purpose that we promise to lead. And in terms of overall motherhood, I think, as you said it exactly, you know, no mother is the same, but the love of a mom is universal. And this is what is behind Puck's true high purpose.
A question I'm sure everyone's going to be asking while watching us right now is there any future similar initiatives, let's say next Ramadan or in another potential, let's say, celebration occasion?
I mean, look, the launch of Recipe for Change in Ramadan and the timing of Ramadan proved to us that the essence of such a program works. But, you know, the core of it is timeless.
Okay.
Of course, we have big ambitions. I mean, in our region, the culinary heritage is so rich. We have cuisines such as Jordanian cuisine, Palestinian cuisine, Syrian cuisine, even Emirati and Saudi cuisine, you know, that we can't wait to, you know, showcase as well. So this was a pilot test, if I may say.
Okay.
And we're looking at how can this become a long-term program that truly engages with our consumers, but as well create a long-lasting impact.
How did this impact the UAE, Saudi Arabia? How do you believe that it positively impacted? What were some of the feedback that you received from the consumers, from the people?
The feedback was overwhelming, honestly. And the results exceeded our expectations. That was really a testament of how much purposeful, you know, communication and initiatives connect with the audience.
Amazing.
The feedback from, I mean, restaurants were so candid on jumping on this program. They even opened their kitchens to us. Their chefs were trained by real moms, when usually it's the other way around.
True,
you know?
true.
And even Dubai Cares were so wonderful as partners to really help us make a true impact.
Let's talk more about Dubai Cares and how did they help to also spread this project into being more enhanced. Let's also highlight this topic.
I mean, look, Dubai Cares is such a reputable, incredible company that has been operating in UAE for the longest time. And the beauty of the NGO is that they dedicated their work to really support families and communities that are in dire need of support. So our partnership with them not only brought, you know, credibility and transparency to the donations, but as well, we made sure that whatever we collected was going directly to really the affected families that needed support as much as possible.
And speaking of this, because in the introduction we spoke about 50% of these sales were given to these families.
Yes. Through Dubai Cares.
Through Dubai
Yes.
Cares. So this is how the partnership, I would say, or the merge had happened between
Definitely.
Puck and Dubai Cares.
Definitely. They're the expert on that, and we trust them with allocating all of these funds where necessary.
So how does Puck envision the future, having known that all of the success of you know, the brand itself has been long in the market, the initiatives that you guys are doing, the positive feedback that you always receive, where does Puck envision themselves in the future?
The future is bright. I can tell you there's a lot of things that are in the works right now. Our focus has always been, you know, to serve our community with the best products that we have, with the highest quality, but as well launch initiatives such as Recipe for Change and Selfless Shelves to create that impact, because we kind of asked ourselves, beyond what we can sell, what can we solve?
Amazing.
And this is hopefully, you know, stay tuned for what's coming.
Very nice. Is there one last message that you would want to share to our audience that's watching us right now?
I think I would just like to thank everyone that really contributed and took part of that change, made the lasting impact. I think I want to thank all the restaurants that partnered with us, of course, Dubai Cares, Anthony Rahayel for being an essential partner in this, as he helped us,
Okay.
identify the women that were the most impacted from the war, that come from different backgrounds, religion, areas. So we ensure diversity as well. Stay tuned for what's coming more.
Of course. Thank you so much for being with us on the show.
Thank you.
I'm sure that this episode will strike a lot of interest and compassion for the audience that is watching us today. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
And for our audience, stay tuned to an upcoming episode of #GN Talks.